So I recorded this video earlier and it occurs to me that I didn't introduce myself properly or introduce you to my channel or ask you to click the like button or subscribe to my channel. So if you could, subscribe to my channel, please, and click the like button if you like the content. I'm going to keep it coming either way, honestly. Maybe I'll get out of the habit of saying all the time. Doubtful. But my name's Brian. I just did it again. This channel is going to be dedicated to my dog, Wesley, who is laying over here in front of me, and to grilling or cooking different types of food. The pandemic has kind of allowed me to pick up a new hobby, giving me a break from the day-to-day mundane work, come home, take a shower, go to sleep, work, come home, take a shower, go to sleep, that kind of thing. And I'm happy to pick up a new hobby, I guess, and YouTube's going to be it. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the content. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and get started. I'm Brian, welcome to my channel. I know that I've been promising some barbecue videos and cooking and that kind of thing, so we're going to try and get started with that today. I was hoping that one of my boys was going to be able to help me out today, but looks like they're kind of busy doing their own thing, and I'll have to do all the recording and stuff myself, so please forgive the shakiness and the light quality and the sound, because all the air conditions and stuff are running around here. But anyway, today what I want to do is actually go over some general things about the PK360 grill, some things that I really like about it, some things that I may not like so much about it, and then a little bit of the cleaning and maintenance, and then ultimately this evening I'm going to cook up some bratwurst for the family, and yeah, we'll kind of try and splice all these together and go from there and see how it turns out. Hopefully everything goes all right. So without further ado. So as I said, this is the PK360 grill. The thing that I like about it most is that it's cast aluminum. It's really thick cast aluminum, which is amazing, because not only, if you can see the edges here, I mean, it's pretty wide. It has great heat retention. It's got a nice cooking surface. The 360 means that there's 360 square inches of cooking here. As you can see, it's kind of set up with a dual zone cooking here. You got charcoal on this side, and then I put a pan over here to catch some drippings and stuff, because it makes it easier to clean out the underneath side. So one of the neat things about this is this hinge system here. Allows you to add more fuel to the fire if you need to. You could also use it as a smoker if necessary, and that works quite well. It's actually amazing. This thing's totally made to last a lifetime. It won't rust. It's not going to corrode on you or chip or break or anything like that. So while I got this open, I'm going to walk you around the other side and take a step down here. And one of the other things that I really like about this is this hinge system right here. You'll notice there's no bar or anything holding the hinge in place. It's just kind of an interlocking system. They have a name for it. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's really, really neat. And what allows us to do here is lift that top straight off if we need to, which makes it amazing for cleaning, to be honest with you. Then if you look down here at the back, it's got some brackets here, or some hooks, so that you can hang a bag or a bucket, and there's a ash hole right here where all the ashes are going to come out when we clean it. As you can see, I went ahead and removed the top here. We're going to pull off this grate, and we're just going to set it over here on our handy dandy table. I'm going to hold on to this pan. It's not quite ready to be thrown away yet. Like I said, all it's doing is catching some drippings. And then we've got this ash pan here, which I'm going to dump into a bag, and then I'm going to show you the underneath. So you can see how I sweep the ashes out and remove the grate, but you can tell underneath, because I have that pan in there, there's not a lot of drippings down there. Not a lot to clean up afterwards, which again makes it really, really easy. So here we are with everything pulled out. A couple of other features while I got this up, since I need to dump this anyway. PK360 has these wonderful air vents underneath, and they come with these great blockers for these air tubes. What's really cool is you can see down in here. Let me see if I can get down in there. You can see, you turn this, it opens the air, so it allows airflow to come underneath, which is pretty awesome. So these plates are meant to protect it from dirt, grime, and things like that that get kind of trapped in your grill as you're cooking and those kinds of things. So as far as ease of cleaning goes, this isn't too bad. So this is the plug I was telling you about that you just pull out, and everything gets swept to the little hole there. I'm using a dustpan to catch everything. It's not a whole lot, as you can tell. And then we'll go back with getting it put back together. Okay, so as you can see, it's not perfect, but I mean, it took me 2 or 3 minutes just to sweep all that out to the back where the ash goes. And yeah, now we're gonna put it back together and load up some charcoal, and we'll go from there. So this is everything except the top put back on it, which only takes a couple of seconds. You just drop it on top and it works. So again, it makes it very, very easy to clean, and the way that they designed that was very thoughtful. I know I said I'd get into some things that I wasn't so fond of for this particular grill. Let me draw your attention to this piece right here. Now, the bar itself isn't very rugged. If you pop that up, I mean, it gets pretty flimsy, and it's pretty easy to pop out of this piece of plastic here. And you have to buy your own hooks if you want to hang anything on it, or you have to buy PK's tools that are made with a hook that specifically goes on it. I'm not so fond of that. I get it, it's their product. They want to sell more of their product, and there's an easy way to make that happen. But at the end of the day, most of us probably aren't going to want to go and buy their tools, or their utensils rather. So not so fond of that. I will say though that these side tables, they're very well made. I mean, they're sturdy. You can pick up the whole grill with it. One of the other things is my wife and I put this together. It took us, I don't know, maybe 25 minutes total to put together. Most of it is already done. Like the base is already put together. So you slide the tube into the base, you slide the top onto the tube, and then you put the shelves on. I mean, for the most part, there's almost no real assembly required other than getting the pieces onto that bottom capsule. So of all the grills that I've ever put together, this one was by far the easiest, and I really enjoy using it. I'm glad that I picked it up. It's better than any grill that I would have picked up from Lowe's or Home Depot. I've tried several of the barrel grills and charbroil, those kinds of things, and they always tend to rust, especially if you get them above, say, 500 or 600 degrees. All the paint starts chipping off of them and things like that, and then they rust through, and it's just not a good scene. This aluminum, not only is it thick and literally meant to last a lifetime, but it's never gonna rust, no matter how hot you get it. It's not like we're messing with a foundry or anything like that. So anyway, what I'm gonna end up doing this afternoon when I get ready to cook is I've got this Weber charcoal chimney here, and what I do is I basically just set it over the pan here, put some paraffin cubes underneath it, light them, put that on top with a full load of charcoal. When I'm ready, I take it and I dump it into the pan here. As you saw before, it keeps the inside of the grill relatively clean, which makes it easier to clean at the end of the day. I will say that it's very important, because of the way that the air vents are on this, is that you have to make sure you get all that ash out of there between every cook. I wouldn't let it build up at all if you could help it. You almost absolutely have to have a vented or ported pan if you're going to use a grill pan, or you could just take that out and use the grate underneath. The stainless steel construction here is very good. It's not cheaply made at all. And whichever way you want to go. What I found though is using this particular grill pan, or charcoal pan rather, is that I have a hard time getting temperatures above, say, 450 degrees throughout the entire grill. Now, it definitely gets hot enough where you can sear right on top of it because the charcoal is close to the grate, but if you want to cook something at high heat for a little while, you'll need more charcoal than you can put in that one basket. So if you look over here, I've got another one that I haven't used yet for just such an occasion. And yeah, we'll see how it goes, but so far no complaints. This is definitely the best charcoal grill purchase that I've ever made. And I'm hoping it lasts a lifetime, just like they say that it will. More to come when we get cooking. As promised, here's the mutt that I was talking about, Wesley. Hi, doggo. He just got back from the vet. Everything's good. He got his heartworms and the shots and stuff that he needs for the rest of the year. So he's good to go, and he's the perfect weight. Who's a good dog? Well, so this video is going to be lighting up the grill. Sorry for the cinematography because, like I said, my kid's too busy to help, but to give you guys an idea of what I'm doing here. That's what I get for trying to do stuff one-handed. Everything's falling all over the place. I don't know if you guys have ever used these wax cubes that are used for starting charcoal, but from what I understand, they're better than using lighter fluid to light the grill, which I agree. The reason for that is that it makes the food taste a little bit different. So I'm gonna light these up here. There we go. You see they catch pretty quick with no trouble. We're gonna take this, set it down right on top. As you can see, it immediately starts smoking. It does a pretty good job of that. Now what'll happen is that'll burn for, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes maybe. When it is ready to go, all the coals in there will turn white, and we'll be ready to dump it and cook. Until then. So I went ahead and dumped the charcoal from the chimney. I used a full chimney. Went ahead and dumped it over here. As you can see, it's mostly burned to white coals. I'm gonna let it heat up for a little while. One of the things I wanted to point out is looking down here on the ventilation system. See, you got this little textured piece here. That means that it's wide open. That means that it's totally closed. Now, for our purposes here, for now, we're gonna wanna leave these wide open. And then, as you can see, the two on the top are also wide open. And we'll go ahead and close that down. And the whole point of that is we want this to get as hot as humanly possible. And as you can see, the thermometer on here is a Tell-True, which means you don't have to do anything special to it to have a really great thermometer in here. But we're gonna let this come up to temp and come back later. Okay guys, so I let it go ahead and come up to temp and scrape off the grates. As you can see, it's always gonna be a little darker on this side where the charcoal is. We're cooking 7 brats here. Have them over the pan so that any of the drippings will go down into the pan, so cleanup's going to be a lot easier. And we'll be back to check these in just a little while. As you guys can see, I went ahead and moved them over to the hot side. I'm hoping to get a little bit of color on them and kind of speed up their cooking process a little bit. They've been out of here a little longer than I wanted them to. So we're gonna flip them here in just a second and kind of see what their color looks like, and move them back over and open up all these vents so that we get some good heat going. They're starting to sizzle pretty good and move around, so let's go ahead and get them flipped. See see what they look like. Oh yeah, some really great color. That one probably could have used a little more. Same with that one. And then the final one here. That one looks okay. And you can just kind of see them sizzling there on the top. Moving around, all the juices in there, making them expand, and it's a good thing. Like I said, we'll move them back over here to the cooler side here in just a minute. But yeah, they're starting to pop open, and that's good. We want them to heat all the way through, obviously. More to come when we're ready. Yep. So we're just waiting here for the last couple of minutes. I went ahead and temp checked those. They're right about 160 because it has ground meat and stuff in it. I really like it to be a little higher than that, 165-ish. I have some tater tots in the air fryer. We're gonna do that. Some hot dog buns, a little bit of mustard, and that's gonna be dinner tonight, folks. Been fighting off a headache for a couple of days. It hit me pretty bad, so I've been kind of useless today, but hopefully in the future the videos will be a bit better and a little more constructed, thought out, those kinds of things. Appreciate you watching, tuning in. See ya.